Ace Attorney has some incredible characters. From ones relevant to the plot to the others made for just one singular case, each game has a diverse cast, for better or for worse. While the main characters are great, the ones that only exist for one case also provide many good moments. Without these one-shot characters, Ace Attorney feels a bit hollow, so thank you for existing, weird people. But since this list would otherwise be full of them, I'm not including any villains, otherwise this might as well be top 5 Ace Attorney villains. Also, no characters that are very important to the plot of the game that they appear in. Dirk Sadmati, I'm sorry, I love you lots, pal. We're still good buds, though. Turnabout Big Top isn't exactly one of the series' highlights. I can agree it's not a great case, but I still see a few shining moments personally, one of which being Benjamin Woodman. My word, he's quite the character. At first, he doesn't really provide much since he can barely talk, but once you deliver the very item that gives him his purpose at the very big circus, that being his ventriloquist dummy, he spurts off loads of personality, with the puppet being Ben's extrovertism. The two then become the duo, Ben and Trilo Quist. GG, pun out of 10. He portrays the dummy being more dominant over the ventriloquist really well, even going to the point of having Trilo punch Ben, with the former talking much more than the latter, where Ben just takes his puppet's abuse. And the most surreal moment from these two, in court, Trilo admits that he wanted to propose to Regina. Yes, you heard that right, a puppet marrying a 17-year-old girl. But considering this is Ace Attorney, and this case takes place in 2017, you know, when android fucking became trendy, I really shouldn't be surprised at this point. The two make up some good moments in an otherwise pretty unimpressive case. Domestic abuse is my favorite character trait. Investigations 2 is a tale of tragedy. Much like Mother 3, it was never localized. Which is a damn shame because, oh, holy mother, this game is amazing! The absolute highlight, for me anyways, was Case 3. The Inherited Turnabout is what I would define as the best non-final case in the whole damn series, but that's a story for another time. Catherine Hall is a treasure. Teaming with Jeff Masters to run the TV show Piece of Cake, her personality shows. She's very polite to everyone she's with, offering tea and cakes alike. But her best trait is her loyalty to Jeff. Once he was arrested for the murder of Isaac Dover and later convicted for being an accomplice to it, she became an actress for 17 years just to make enough money to buy his mansion back and turn it into a museum. Her loyalty goes even further when she was ready to take another life just to expose the truth behind Dover's murder and set Jeff free. Hot damn, is that some loyalty right there or what? Pretty much a daughter trying to save her father. Too bad she's in prison now. Once Dual Destinies rolled around, I felt Ace Attorney characters got weirder, if you can believe me. The 3DS allows for more fluid and vibrant animations with the characters, and within Dual Destinies, I felt that Robin Newman was used the most for this new technology. Turnabout Academy might as well be called Turnabout Anime. Robin fits in really nicely with this crowd of school people, such as Drab Perfectionist Hugh O'Connor and creepy smiley teacher Aristotle Means. When you first meet Robin, he's very loud and angry. His body movement helps complement his dominant personality, throwing down art pots and shouting a lot. But it turns out that it's all a front, and he, or rather she, is not who you think she is. Not only has Robin Newman disguised herself as a boy for pretty much her whole life, but you wouldn't really have been able to tell her real gender from the start, as that's how well it was hidden. Even her speaking blips at first being that of a male, so I can assume that she spoke in a much more masculine voice. Once the secret's out, she immediately transitions over to a girl, doing more feminine things like twirling around and examining a glass shoe with absolute awe. And the 3D animation is still taken advantage of here just as much as when she was a guy, as it really reflects her personality. We really should call her Robin Woman at this point. Am I right? Ace Attorney's treatment of elders goes two ways. Either they're incredibly crafty and complex characters, or they're overly hilarious with how old they are. Prime example of the latter is Victor Kudo. Just by first viewing this man, you know he's going to be something. He's got a honking red nose and he throws seeds at you. Recipe for Turnabout is already a weird case, and Victor Kudo is definitely no slouch in adding to how absurd this one is. Once a kimono embroiderer, Victor eventually lost his job due to the lack of need for the trade. His debt only escalated even further when he became a regular at Trade Bien, where his only purpose for being there was to look at the waitresses. Everyone proceed to kink shame this man! How dare he find something attractive! These uniforms are the one weakness he has, where prior to Maya channeling Mia in the waitress outfit, he flat out refused to speak to you. But once Mia makes her appearance, he opens up much more. And once you get him in court, the ordeal is still just as weird. He continues to throw seeds at everyone, and is still his old loud self, but he refers to Gato as Captain, and he sings a song about pigeons. In the end, he turns out to help further the truth, as most wacky characters do. Even if he's simply just one weirdo in a case full of them, he surely stands out in his own special way. I mean, Commander of the Seed Army's gotta make his presence known somehow. So, you may have noticed a pattern here, that being all the previous characters on this list are from third cases. And while Spirit of Justice's Rite of Turnabout had a few oddballs, Turnabout Storyteller introduces Uendo Tornado, and he trumps all of them. Storyteller in itself is a pretty crap case in an otherwise phenomenal game, but let me tell you, he is the shining highlight on this dreary chapter. Uendo is a stage actor, and a rather revered one at that, being able to switch between personalities in an instant. Man, he's so good, it's almost like he's got a personality disorder or something. Wait. Yep, turns out Uendo has DID, or Dissociative Identity Disorder, meaning he literally is more than one person. You've got Patches, the jokey and cheerful jester, Kisagawa, I hope I pronounced that right, the much more stern and sarcastic courtesan, and the secret personality, Owen, of whom is a 5-year-old child, a very fearful and reserved personality. Cross-examining him is a total blast. Listening to the three main personalities converse with each other is very fun, and an absolute shine on one of the weakest cases the series has seen in a while. I mean, someone with a name that's a play on a wind tornado, he certainly is a whirlwind of emotions. Much like people in the comments telling me how I'm supposed to pronounce a character's name. Love you guys!